aware of what is happening around us. Okay, it's that important. Money is that important. All right. Some will make it look like, well, it's evil, is this, is that, but I put it to you this evening that it is important. Okay, it's now the um I belong to this school of thought, right? I follow a lot of Jewish phenomenon. I follow a lot of Jewish teachings and their philosophy. And you know what? In the Jewish phenomenon, they will tell you that when they do not have cash, they feel naked. All right. When they do not, they feel naked to their enemy. They feel like they are helpless when they do not have money. That's why it's a tradition. And that's why you can see that there are so many successful business people today that are Jewish, right? The likes of Mark Zuckerberg are Jewish people, Steven Spielberg, Jewish, Bill Gates, Jewish, these are, it's more like a tradition. They understand it and they always try to pass across that information, they pass forward that information to their generation yet unborn. So it's not, it's not, what's the word now? It's not very, it's not shocking to find out that these guys are the most successful people, both in this business world, in the careers, in every aspect of our lives, basically. This is because they understand these things and they teach it. Okay. Now, there are basic fundamentals that if we know, we will do well. Okay. So, generally, money is fine, okay? But beyond that, must grow beyond just trying to make money. We must grow beyond just trying to make money in order to keep body and soul together. We must start thinking how to use money as a tool to actually multiply, to live the life we want. You see, it's different. There are two different levels to these things. You can just be making money. As a matter of fact, I can say three. Those that do not have at all, then those that have a little and they have enough to just get by. All right, take care of their basic needs, and take care of those things. And those that actually have in excess. All right. And there's something that sets aside those that just have, those that don't have, those that have, and those that have in excess. You see, those that have in excess, there's something they do. They do what is called investing. Okay. Unfortunately, you do not invest when you don't have, which means first you must have that money. Okay. Now, if you have that money first, then it becomes easy for you to start thinking of ways to invest it. Now, unfortunately, not a lot of people even have enough to be able to get by, let alone have enough to invest. And guess what? If you cannot invest, you cannot be wealthy, because the only way under the surface of the earth, on the surface of the earth, under the sun, to be wealthy is to invest. No other way. Okay, so it's important that first we get the money, then we start multiplying it, right? Through investing. Because if you can't get the money to begin with, you cannot even multiply. How can you possibly multiply what you do not have? Okay, so out of this entire equation, the most important part, which is what I want us to pay more attention to tonight, is getting. Getting the money is first. After getting it, then you start considering how to multiply it, right? Because zero multiplied by zero, 100 multiplied by zero is zero, right? Zero multiplied by 100 is still zero, all right? Which means even if you have investment strategies, you have investment techniques, you have investment knowledge and everything, if you do not have something which you're going to invest, everything still amounts to zero. So first, you must understand how to get the money. Okay, now getting the money can come in several ways. A lot of people, and I wish they knew better, right? But a lot of people start this by getting a job, which is fantastic, right? But something they do not do right is, you see, when you're at that job, the purpose of the job is so you keep your body and soul together. But a lot of people forget that and they do not do what they need to do to actually, transition from having that job to actually being to that point where money works for you. All right. Because at the point of getting job, basically what you're doing is money, you're working for the money, which is not bad, really. And there's dignity in labor, right? So it's fine when you can do that. But beyond that, you must have a plan to transition from that point of just working for money, transition into that point where money starts working for you. Okay. And that is where wealth really will be built. Okay. So when people start this job, The whole idea is, okay, see what you can do, make this money and use that money in a way that it can help you generate or save enough so that you can invest. All right. So save it, make some of save a fraction of that money so that you can invest into things that will produce more money. Okay. Now, in this whole thing I just explained, the unfortunate thing about the setting I explained is that when you are saving, it's quite unfortunate that whatever it is you're saving today, by this time next year it would have dropped so much value in value. Okay. So if you started saving 50,000 naira, for instance, from January, I put it to you that this is the 8th month of the year, which means by now you should have 400,000, right? 50 multiplied by 8, you should have 400,000. But unfortunately, the 400,000 which you're supposed to be having right now, I put it to you that the value of that 400 has dropped compared to what it was in January. Okay, so the person that had 400 in January and you that actually has 400 now, you do not have the same thing in value. That guy that had his own 400 in January got more value for his money than you. You still have the same 400, but your 400 has dropped so much in value within that space of time. Okay, so it means that we must invest, right? But then it's a bit dicey when we choose Naira as a currency we invest with, because Naira is weak against the dollar. Naira is susceptible to inflation. And because of this, every time we're making money, it looks like we're doing so much and we're earning, but the value of what we're earning is actually dropping. I hope I'm making sense here tonight. Please, if you can hear me and I'm making sense to you, please drop one in the comment section. Please drop one for me in the comment section if you're with me on this one and you can hear everything I'm saying. All right, great. All right, so this is why beyond just trying to invest, now we've established the need to first get the money, right? Then after getting the money to multiply it. But there's a different dimension to this. The different dimension is, you see, the saving that you must be doing has to even go beyond saving in Naira. Okay, that's what I just said now. I just gave you a scenario. Okay, I was reading something sometime last week, and the person said, you know how they do their pension scheme when you work, that they take part of your money as pension. So the guy was just nagging, was on Twitter, and the guy was just nagging that he thinks they should just give them all the money they are taking now. Find out that the money that they had contributed or they've contributed over the years will now be something really insignificant. Right now, so he's saying that they should give the money to them now that at least it still has a little value. They should not come and give it to them 10 years time when the money has depreciated in value. The purchasing power would have depreciated. Okay, so it's more important that when you do that, you want to consider doing it in maybe dollars. Even dollars is also, it's also susceptible to inflation, but not as the Naira. Okay, you are still going to be able to at least hold the value a bit than you would do for Naira. Okay, so it's important that we do this. Now, one way personally that I've found, that I've taught people every time to do this, is through cryptocurrencies. Now, cryptocurrencies is something a lot of people do not understand. Right? Those that understand them, it don't probably seeing it in the light that I'm showing it to you right now. All right, because with cryptocurrency, you can actually save in a currency that has the potential to keep increasing in value. Now, here is where the difference lies. Okay, when you are investing in your Naira, you are investing in something that has the potential to depreciate. Okay, but when you invest in a well-researched cryptocurrency, you are investing in something that has the potential to appreciate. And that is the factor that is going to distinguish between those that will labor and labor and labor till they die, and those that will ultimately, by the grace of God, become wealthy. All right, because investing, they are both investing, right? But the difference is, or they are both saving or both investing, if you like, right? But the difference is what they are investing in. One, Paul is investing in something that, or saving in something that has a potential to drop in value, aka depreciate, while Peter is putting his money, saving, investing into something that actually has a potential to appreciate. Okay, so these two guys are actually doing they are investing, right? They understand the need, they are saving, they understand the need, but one is going to end up being, not being very rich, and the other one is going to end up, which is really unfair, right? Because considering that they did the same thing. Okay, now something that I would recommend to you today, in order to be able to do this at long run, to be able to actually transfer this money you're making into something tangible much later in future, is something you should consider: cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrency has a potential, and I'm going to share my screen now quickly, and I'm going to show you why you should, to begin with, even consider cryptocurrencies. Why should you consider it? All right. See, cryptocurrency has a potential, like I just said, to it has potential to appreciate in value, right? As against what you normally will have, right? As against your Naira. Okay, so let me show you why you should consider cryptocurrencies to begin with. Let me just show you why you should consider it. Okay, first, what is cryptocurrency for those that are present on this call? Let me show you quickly. Why should you consider cryptocurrency? Now, cryptocurrency is a digital version of money where transactions are done online, which means it's actually money. It does everything your normal money or your, conventional money does for you. Okay. But the only difference is this is digital. All right. And you agree with me that anything that can be used in the settlement of debts, that can be used as a medium of exchange is cash, right? And it's easily recognizable. Anything like that has those qualities can be regarded as money. And cryptocurrency has Bitcoin as a case study, has those characteristics. Okay. Now, the second thing is every cryptocurrency is built on a decentralized cash system called the blockchain. So the blockchain is the structure upon which cryptocurrencies are built. Now, the third thing is that today there are about 8,327 different cryptocurrencies in the world. All right. And I'm not going to even try to sugarcoat things for you, because there are some out there that are shit coins. There are some out there that you invest this year and you are going to come next year and find out that your money is in dust. Okay. Literally, it's going to now be in dust. Right. Which is why it is important that that you bridge the knowledge gap. It's important that you bridge that knowledge gap so that eventually when you are investing into the right one. And you agree with me that this also applies even in real estate. Everyone says, yes, it's good to invest in real estate, which is perfect, right? But you also agree that if you don't invest in the right real estate also, you can burn your money. You might be literally flushing your money down the WC, down the toilet, if you're not investing in the right property, all right, or the right land or something, right? We've seen where people have invested and they've lost it because they didn't do their research. A moneylet came and they had to probably buy it again from them, or even lost it completely. Okay, so that is to tell you that for every space that has the potential to be a money spinner, you're always going to find a lot of crooks around there. You're going to find a lot of games being played around there, which is why there needs to be breach of that knowledge. You must breach that knowledge so that then that knowledge gap is closed up, and easily you can now determine what you need to do. And one way to do it is leverage on the knowledge of people around you. Maybe find someone that's already in that field that understands it, and then try to tap into their wealth of experience or knowledge. Now, the fourth thing is that the first ever cryptocurrency emerged from the invention of Bitcoin by someone under the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi Nakamoto is the person that invented Bitcoin, okay? And it's amazing how that has come to revolutionize and change our lives, okay? Now, let me quickly tell you what Bitcoin has done over the years. In 2013, Bitcoin was trading for about $1,000. And you're going to agree with me how this has actually, how this has appreciated over the years, okay? And I'll show you what is also possible in a bit. So if you were doing in December 2nd, 2013, it was trading as $1,000. Then December 16, it became $19,000. Guess what? All of this happened those years where people were really not trusting or believing a lot about cryptocurrency. A lot of people thought it was a bubble. A lot of people thought it was just a scam. A lot of people thought it was Antichrist. Funny enough, a lot of people just thought a lot of things about it, okay? And in here, May 28, 2020, it dropped to 9,450. And a lot of people at this time thought it was the end of it, all right, because it had dropped from 19,000 to about 9,450, okay? And after that happened, January 8th this year, it started trading for $41,000. All right. And towards the middle of this year, towards I think last month or 2 months, then it dropped to 29,000 again. And as I speak to you right now, it's trading around 38, 37, $38,000. All right. And I mean, from the look of things, we expect that it will do 100 before the end of the year. But now that is not, I'm not, please don't quote that. I'm just saying, based on what I've seen, based on the progression, based on how things are going, right? I expect that we'll see those kind of numbers this year, all right? I won't be surprised if it hits that number. Now, something you want to now look into here is how it has grown over the years considerably. It was here, it was here, it was here. So it started from here, and now it's here. Now, this will tell you how it has moved, okay? You can see, despite the fact that we had times I came down in between, but ultimately the movement has been to the upside. So now, this is why you want to pay attention to cryptocurrencies, okay? This is why you want to be looking at cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrency will help you stay. This is why you want to pay attention to it, because with this, you will be able to literally, invest in something. You'll be investing in something that has a potential to actually grow, something that has a potential to move up, okay? And that's what you want to consider putting your money in, which is better, safer, and more, it's wiser to actually put your money into stuff that have potential to appreciate in value. Now, quickly, let's talk about how you can make money from this cryptocurrency. So for instance, you're making profits, okay? You're making profit from whatever it is you're doing, right? And after doing all of that, the next thing you want to do is to consider, like I explained, consider putting part of the money into a coin, into a cryptocurrency. So what you normally do is save, right? You want to earn and save in your bank. Now, what you should start thinking, apart from the money that you think you need for maybe your immediate needs and all that, you see, when it comes to investing, you want to start considering putting your money into, trusted cryptocurrency assets, okay? And I explained why you should consider them, because they have the potential to actually appreciate in value, all right? But then there's a strategy that you need to deploy to do it, okay? There's a strategy. You're not just getting the money and pumping it into cryptocurrencies. No, okay? Now, when you have done that, I'm going to explain the strategy shortly. When you have done that, the next thing you want to do is now start staking what you have. You see, that cryptocurrency that you have acquired, there's something called staking. When you have a lot of money and you fix it in a bank, for instance, the bank pays you interest on it, all right? That same thing happens in cryptocurrency. So you can have a lot of cryptocurrency. This makes sense to you. Let me know you're still to drop a comment for me. Please drop a comment, just drop yes, yes. All right, so that way you're putting yourself in a place to actually be profitable, okay? And that's, of course, what you want to do, all right? Okay, so after doing that, what is the strategy? How do you actually invest in this thing, okay? How do you invest in it? Now, something I like to explain for those that understand this, I like to tell them, you can actually make money from trading cryptocurrencies. Trading is the act of buying it low and selling it high, okay? But I understand that if you're new, you do not understand how to do this, you don't even, probably are just getting exposed to what cryptocurrency is, you possibly don't even know how to trade it. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, great. So now consistently you can make that money. Like I said, I'm going to show you the strategy to do this. Now let me quickly show you a simple strategy to do this. Okay, now this is it. Okay, Now, if you want to start investing here, is the red guy. Wanted to buy cryptocurrency of the asset. Okay, by the way, this asset is $10 per one. Okay, which means this red guy was able to invest this entire 6,000 and was able to get 600 units of that asset. All right, I hope that makes sense. All right, now this blue guy, remember, he also has 6,000 to invest. All right, but instead of investing the entire 6,000 all at once, he decided that he's going to spread it over a period of time. As a matter of fact, he said he was going to spread it over a period of 6 months, such that it was doing $1,000 every month for 6 months. All right, I hope that makes sense. So the first month, he did $1,000. And that first month, that asset was going for $10, which means his $1,000 was able to buy me 100 units of it. I hope that makes sense. Now, the second month, price had appreciated. You know, price was here. It has appreciated. It appreciated a little bit. All right. So the same $1,000 could no longer buy me 100 shares. Instead, he bought him 77 because price had appreciated. All right. Now, in the third month, the same $1,000 was now able to buy him 167. Why? Because at this point, value, the cost of this particular coin had fallen. All right. So the same $1,000 could now buy him more. All right, which means value again because again had fallen. All right, so the same $1,000 was now able to get 143. Now in this last month, now it was able to buy with the same $1,000. It was able to now buy 100 shares of it. All right. Now think about this closely. I said this blue guy invested the same $6,000 as this red guy. But guess what? This red guy, at the end of the 6 months, was able to acquire 678 shares of this coin, right? Meanwhile, this guy was only able to get 600 shares and they invested the same thing. This red guy invested 6,000. This other blue guy invested 6,000. By the end of the day, this guy's 6,000 was able to get him just 600 shares. But this blue guy's 6,000 was able to get him 678. Now, why is this? Okay. Now, you want to pay attention to why this guy momentarily did his own investment. He was doing it per month. You know why? Because every month, this presupposes that price is not going to be the same all through. There are going to be months that the price will rise, and there are going to be other months that the price will fall. All right. Now, by the time you buy it like that, you know, and spread it over a period of time, now the average price that you're going to be buying will be lower than just buying it all at once. Now, for this guy, his average price, if you divide that $6,000, right, that he spent over, and you divide it by the number of shares he was able to buy, you will have it at $8.85. So the average price he was able to buy one was $8.85. Meanwhile, the guy that bought with $6,000 spent $10 per one. Okay, which means the second guy got more value for the same $6,000. I hope this makes sense. Now, if this makes sense, drop a one again. Drop a one, please. If this analogy I just gave makes sense to you, drop a one. Just drop one in the comment section if it makes sense to you. Great. Now, you can find out that these two guys, they have deployed different strategies of investing. The first guy deployed a bulk investing approach. The second guy deployed the momentary investing approach. And of course, the momentary trading for a coin or for an asset that is volatile like this, when you do it over a period of time, you're always going to get more value for your money than just buying it all at once. Okay, so consider this. If you're making money, remember, how did we get to this? How did we start the conversation? We started by saying, first, you have to be able to make the money. then you now put it or save it or use it to buy into things that have potential to appreciate in value. Okay, and that's how we got here. So if you are consistently making the money and you're setting aside a fraction of that money, say every month, and you're now putting it into an asset that has potential to grow like this, like cryptocurrency, then you're on your way to creating wealth. Okay. Now, this has happened. I've seen it happen. It's happening to me now. I mean, this is the strategy I've deployed for years, and it's amazing how it has turned my life around. Okay. And I put it to you that if you deploy the same thing, you'll get the same result. Now, let me show you something mind-blowing quickly as we wrap things up for tonight. Okay. Because I don't want to waste a lot of your time. I'm just going to show you something real quick. All right. Now, let me show you. These are, by the way, these are some of the coins that I personally invest in. These are some of the coins I recommend to people that intend to hold on to coins long term. All right. You want to buy something that you can hold on to long term. All right. So from what I've explained now, first you have to get the money. Okay. So you may get the money from day trading cryptocurrencies. You may get the money from maybe your salary, whatever it is, but I will show you a very easy way to actually get that money without touching a penny from your salary, without touching a kobo from your bank account right now. Okay, I want to show you a simple strategy to do this stuff, invest like that consistently without dropping or without taking money out of your bank account. All right, if that sounds good to you, drop it in the comment section. Say yes in the comment section if it makes sense to you. How you can profit consistently, and then take part of that profit to put into some of those coins long term without you taking a penny out of your bank account. Okay, now let me show you something mind blowing quickly. All right, now I'm going to show you a coin. I said these are some of the coins I'm investing in long term, so I'm going to show you. Permit me to share my screen here. Okay, please, if you can see my screen, I'm just going to reshare this. Okay. Okay. All right, if you can see my screen, I'm trying to open a web page now. If you can see my screen, confirm that you can see it as I show you something really, really mind-blowing. Okay, now I want to show you something, guys. I want to show you, if you started investing, I'm going to choose one of those coins I showed you just now. One of them is Matic. I wrote Matic, so I'm just going to choose Matic. Matic, by the way, is a cryptocurrency. Now, Matic right now is $1.39. That's how much it's selling today. That's the value today. Now, I want to show you something really simple. Now, if all you're able to do, right, every month is to set aside $50. $50, by the way, is about 25,000 naira, right? And if you started doing that since January, I put this to let's say you're doing it monthly, right? And you started doing that from January, I like to choose 2020. Let's say you started doing it from January 2020, right? January 2020, the first day. Okay, so first day of January 2020, first day, January 2020. Okay, that's 1/120. That you started investing $50 every month in this particular crypto asset, which I call Matic, right? If you started doing that, you started doing it from last month, from January last year, I mean, and today is 26th of August, right? If you started doing this consistently since then, let's calculate and see how much you would have right now. Ladies and gentlemen, $62,926,000 now. How much would you have invested? You would have invested $1,000. Remember that you are investing $50 every month, right? And now from last year, January up until now, that is 20 months, right? 12 months for last year, then this is the 8th month of 2001. So that's 20 months, all right? So if you were investing $50 every month, right? Since January last year, by now you'd have invested $1,000. But the same $1,000 will be worth $62,926,000 today. I'm going to allow that sink in for a bit. I'm going to allow this sink in for a bit. Guys, I need your reaction. What do you think about this? You would have invested just $1,050 As a matter of fact, from January last year up until now, if you're investing $20, $50 every month, but the same 1,050 in real value today will be worth $62,000. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how real wealth is built. Now, let me blow your mind further. If you were investing it in Naira, guess what? This will probably be around $500,000 and stuff. Now, you actually be sitting on $500,000 now. But tell you what, the $500,000 that you'll be sitting on right now, the value will be way, way lower than what the value was 20 months ago when you started investing. Okay, so we're actually investing, but then we are making ourselves poorer because we are investing into something that actually depreciates in value. So we are working hard, we're doing the saving, we have very, good saving culture, but it's not showing because we've chosen to invest or save into things, into Naira that will ultimately, that is losing value by the day. Okay, so at the end of the day, is you're running so fast, yet you're not going anywhere. That's what it means. But when you choose a coin, when you choose cryptocurrencies like this, now imagine what you have to do to be sitting on $62,000. Now, $62,000 in Naira is probably around 30 million Naira or more. Actually more, right? 62 times, over 30 million Naira. And all from investing $50 every month. Now, if this is amazing, if you find this amazing, drop amazing in the comment section. Drop amazing in the comment section. If this makes sense to you, if this is an eye opener, just drop amazing in the comment section. All right, let me know you're still with me on this one. Drop amazing in the comment section. Great, great. Now, this is what you need to do. Set aside a fraction every month, put it into an asset, right? And then consistently do that over a period of time. Because the asset you're putting the money into is something that has the potential to grow in value. And that is why in 20 months' time, the value will be way, way more than what it was when you started doing the investing. All right. And if you go further down, you see the breakdown here. You see, if you started in January, just like that guy, the blue and the red guy that I just explained, if you started January last year, it was at 0.01. So your $50, you were going to invest $50 and you were going to be buying at 0.01. But you see, at 31st, it became 0.02. Can you see how the price was appreciating along the line? It just kept appreciating. But you had your fixed $50 invested into it, but it kept on appreciating. All right. And it became 0.02, it became 0.02. At this point, it became 0.14. At this point, it became this was, the fourth month, it became 0.36. It became 1.7. It became 1.13. So it kept on appreciating, right? But guess what? Your Naira will be falling at this point. It wasn't appreciated, but here you invested in something that actually was appreciating in value, all right? And if you see it today, this is how the money would have grown over the time. From $50 would have grown to this, would have grown to this. I want you to pay attention to how it grew from day one up until when it became this. $62,000, guys. This is what you'll be sitting on right now if you were investing $50 every month since January, okay? And it's not just this. There are lots of other coins that you could have done this to that will make you. Let's choose BNB. BNB is another coin, Binance, and we'll wrap things up now, I promise you, because I also need to jump on another call. Okay, now if you were doing this for BNB, right, you would have invested the same $1,000, but that same $1,000 will be $16,000 right now. All right, so there are lots of coins you could have been investing in. From January, that will be something really, really amazing, something huge by now. Okay, and this is another one. Okay, so you can do this consistently. Now let's go back to that chart and let me wrap things up for tonight. Okay, so now you've seen why investing in crypto makes more sense. Now, let me now show you how to actually make the money to invest. Remember, I said I'll show you a way to make the money to invest without you taking a penny out of your bank, okay? Let me show you how to make money that you're actually going to invest. Here, I said $50 every month, okay? So let me show you a way that you can make that $50, maybe 100, maybe 150, maybe 200 per month, so that you can now take out that 50 and invest in this for the next 1 year and see how much you'll be sitting on in 1 year time. All right. And I want to show you this quickly. Now, I said that the one way to do this is to trade. Trading is buying it low, buying a coin low and selling it high. But not a lot of people can do this. Not a lot of people like this. As a matter of fact, on this call right now, a lot of people are already developing a headache, seeing lines and all that. But this is the hard way, right? There's a new way to do this. The new way to do this is to, instead of trying to determine a low price so you can buy, determine a high price so you can sell, instead of doing all of this, guess what? The way to do it these days is to leverage on what is called the artificial intelligence, all right? With artificial intelligence, this thing can be bought for you. You can buy low, sell high automatically without you doing it yourself. And you can consistently profit from doing that, all right? So permit me to introduce to you this simple software that helps you buy and sell currencies, cryptocurrencies. It helps you buy it low and it helps you sell it high without you knowing how to do it yourself, all right? And when you do this, of course, your money is safe, right? You can consistently make profit because you're not sending your money anywhere. All you are going to do is just link that to your trading account, okay? And when you do that, it does all of the trading for you, then it gives you profit. And these are the kind of profits you will see. And this is why I'm going to wrap things up for tonight. Now, Mr. Emmanuel, please permit me for anyone that is interested in what I've shown them tonight, getting access to this tool that I've shown, please let them get across to you. Then we can probably book another session, another Zoom session where we'll dive into the details of how they can get access to that tool and how we can help them also determine the kind of coins they should be investing in for long-term gains, okay? Now, if you started with this, right, you're going to consistently make profit like this, right? This was 26th of June. This person was making $60 on the 26th, he made 60, on 27, he made 154, 28. This was that tool. That Royal Q tool I just showed you, that software, this is that software trading for them consistently without them lifting a finger, and they were making profits like this. This was 26, 27, 28, 29. You can see the consistency. All right. Now, from all of this, do you think it will be very difficult to take out 50 at the end of the month to say, okay, let me put this into a long-term coin? No, that won't be difficult. Now, with this kind of money, even setting aside $100 every month becomes way, way easier than you taking it out of your bank account, all right? Because this is more like free money. Well, maybe not free money, but this is money coming without sweat, all right? This is not your sweat money. This is money, leverage money by leveraging on artificial intelligence, right? And now here's another one. This person made $10 on this day, 21, 12, 38, 7, 23, 21. And cumulatively, this person had already made about 376. Now, all of this happened within the same month, as you can see. Now, do you think it will be very difficult for this person to set aside $50 to invest into some of those coins that will give those massive gains in the long term? Of course not, all right? So you want to start considering how to leverage on that tool. Someone says, I'm interested. Yes, just feel free to reach out to Mr. Emmanuel, and it's going to show you what you need to do exactly to lay your hands on that tool. And it's also going to show you how to set things up, so you can start getting results like this. All right. For this kind of result, how much do you think this tool that has the potential to make you this kind of profit, hands-free, all right, automated profit? This is you going about your normal life. This is you doing your regular things without you having to worry about determining or drawing lines or trying to buy yourself or sell yourself. This tool is programmed to buy it for you and sell it for you, all right? It's programmed and it's so, so powerful, okay? And it was doing all of that and it made all of these profits. Now, for the tool that is this much, now, if you were paying $200 or let's say $50 per month, does it make sense for this tool? Or let's say about $50 per month for this tool. Do you think it makes sense? With this kind of results, please drop it in the comments. If it makes sense, makes sense. Makes sense. If you think $50 every month for a tool that has the potential to make you this much, right? If you think it's worth it, drop makes sense in the comment section. Right now, if you're paying just $50 for this every month, tell me no if this makes sense. You see, this guy even made $60 on a single day, right? This person made 154. He made 154 here, made 506 here. And if all he had to pay was just $50 for the whole month, do you think this makes sense? Someone says makes sense. Great. Now, let me blow your mind. You see, this tool, you are not even going to pay anything close to $50 per month. With as little as $100 for the whole year, you're going to have access to this tool. With as low as $100 for the whole year, 365 days, 12 months. $100 is all you need to pay to have access to this tool, and it's going to work for you all around the clock. all around the clock. It's going to keep making those trades for you, going into the market, buying for you, selling for you, keeping the profits for you. And at the end of the month, all you need to do is just take a fraction of that money, right, and put it into some of those coins that have shown you that have potential to do long-term gains. So if you start doing that and give it 6 months, trust me, what would you would have invested if you start this month and you do $50 over the next 6 months? That means you would have invested $300. Tell you what, your $300 that you may have invested at that time can amount to thousands of dollars, like in real value, because you will be investing into an asset that actually appreciates in value. Okay, so it's not going to be the 300 that you have at that time. It's going to be way more than that 300 because appreciation again would have set in. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you. So with just as low as $100, you're going to have access to this tool, and you're going to have that access for 1 whole year. All right, if this makes sense, say wow in the comment section. Say, drop wow in the comment section if this makes sense to you. Drop wow in the comment section. All right, now, great. Now, this is what you need to do now. What you need to do now is simply reach out to Mr. Manuel, ask him how you can have access to this tool. Remember, $100 for the entire year is all you need to pay, and this tool will work for you like a slave. This tool will become like your slave, right, for the next 1 year, and it's going to consistently make you profit, and then you can take a fraction of that profit and invest into, you know, assets that have the potential to double it, to quadruple it, to do multiple numbers at the end of the period of time. I hope that makes sense to you. Thank you so much for having me on this call tonight, Mr. Emmanuel. I think I'll wrap things up for tonight. So to just give you a summary of what I've taught you here tonight. I've shown you like you need to be making money. And when you're making it, the way to wealth creation is to make money. And when you're making that money consistently, and it's even better when the money you're making is hands-free. And I showed you a way to actually make money hands-free so that you can now take a fraction of that money and put it into ventures that will multiply it for you. And I showed you cryptocurrency assets is one space that you want to be putting money into because they have potential to 20x your money, 10x your money, 30x your money, 5,000x your money, all right? And these are things that have happened. I've seen it happen to me. My accounts have grown really insanely over the years. And this is the same thing. See, I don't come to tell people things that have not worked for me. It's because I'm telling you this because it has worked for me and I'm sharing you the same thing. Because if you deploy the same strategy that has worked, then it will work for you also, okay? So what you will need to do now is simply reach out to Mr. Emmanuel, ask him how you can have access to that tool that can do the trading for you, all right? If it does the trading for you 24/7, and at the end of the month, take a fraction, invest and enjoy, right? I hope this makes sense to you. Thank you so much for having me tonight. And if there are questions, please let's take them as we...
Yeah, thank you so much. We only have 5 minutes left to ask for questions because we have spent much of time on this summit tonight. And let me quickly remind us, this is continuing tomorrow. We are rounding up tomorrow evening by 7 p.m. So if you know you have a question, we have just 5 minutes to round it up. So just raise up your hand so that I can unmute you for you to ask your question because I need to dispose SDF now because there's another meeting that we are starting by 8 p.m. which
exactly.
So we need to round up this meeting as soon as possible.
Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel. I appreciate having me on this call. So please let's just have a few questions as we wrap things up. So please, the lines are open. Please ask your questions and let's wrap things up for tonight. Thank you.
So we are waiting for you. Just raise up your hand, or you write it on the comment that you have questions so that we can unmute you. Okay, I'm very sure nobody have question. So if you know you want to reach out to me, I'll drop my number on the chat box. You can copy that, and after this meeting, you reach out to me. I'm also going to add you to one of the group for further information and concerning the meeting for tomorrow. I want to advise you if you know you enjoyed tonight's meeting, tomorrow is going to be a banger, even more than this. So you need to join. And if there's possibility that we have SDF back tomorrow to also show us more, but don't miss it. People that join us since Tuesday can testify to that. I'm repeating that. So if you think there is no more question, I want to appreciate every one of us for attending this summit. See, one of my vision is to make sure that everybody is okay financially. If you are not okay financially in this country, I don't know what will have happened to you. And one of the vision that we have in our team, which is the Olympus team, is to make sure that 1,000 members of Olympus team earn $1,000 weekly. So this is one of the missions that we are carrying out. And that is why we put it out for 4 days to organize this summit. Like I told you earlier on, it's not easy to get these people to this Zoom, but they deem it free to come online to teach you, to show you the secret of making money, which they break it down for you tonight. So once again, I want to appreciate every one of us. So since there's no question, we round it up here and we meet again tomorrow by 7 p.m. So SDF, thank you for your time. Really appreciate. God bless you. So see you again tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you. SDF, any word? SDF, are you there? Okay, I think SDF has left already. So we see you again tomorrow. Make sure you join us 7 p.m. You can reach out to me from that number so that we can get update for tomorrow's meeting. Thank you very much. God bless you. Have a wonderful night rest. Bye-bye.